Hi guys, it's just one duelist, or just Sean from 2.5 duelists, and I'm just going to be doing a Monarch deck profile for you guys because I just thought, hey look, Monarchs are hot right now, they're pretty much top tier, why not do my deck that I run? So yeah, let's get into this. Monsters, I run 3 Ether. She's really good. She can tribute summon us off during your opponent's main phase, and when she's tribute summoned, she brings out another Monarch, so you can bring out something big like a Rebus or Mega Kai'Sa, Mega Thestalos when you summon her during your turn to attack your opponent with, or even during your opponent's turn if you want to summon them next turn, or bring out something like Kuraz to either pop your opponent's cards in order to disrupt their plays, or to pop your own cards for draw power. So a lot of uses. I also run 3 copies of Rebus, really good. When he's tribute summoned, he spins a card either from the board, hand at random, or the graveyard back to the deck without targeting, which is fantastic for getting around stuff like Cosmo Dart Destroyer. And whilst he's in the grave, by discarding a Monarch spell or trap from your hand, you can recycle back either him or one of your other Monarchs or Majesty's Fiends, which is great. 1 Mega Kai'Sa, just to clear the field really. You can tribute summon him by tributing Erebus or Eidos to get his double banish and inflict 2000, I believe. I'm not entirely sure on that rule, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, he's just good for clearing your opponent's, say, back row against rogue decks. 1 Mega Thestalos, really good card. He does a nice bit of burn damage if you discard a monster, but the fact that you get to look at your opponent's hand and pick the card to discard is invaluable, really. 1 Kuraz. I usually bring him out with Ether. I don't want to draw him, but whenever I do, I can usually play around with it, pop a couple cards, maybe my own cards if I got a dead hand. But usually bring him out with Ether to disrupt your opponent's plays. 1 Vanity's Fiend. A lot of people cut him for a second Majesty's Fiend, but I still like him because he's clutch in a lot of games. Vanity's is just good because it prevents both players from special summoning. So while it shuts your deck down to an extent, it's not a very large extent, so you can still play with Majesties on board. Well, Vanity's on board. 1 Majesties. He's basically a skill drain, only the monster effects can't be activated. So he's good against the Cosmo matchup, and he's a floodgate as well. He just retains board control really. 3 Idia. She's a tour guide for the deck. She'll tag out your Eidos or Mithra, and when she's sent to the graveyard, she'll recycle back a banished Monarch spell or trap, which is fantastic. 2 Eidos. When this guy's normal or special summoned, he'll give you an additional tribute summon or set. Well, tribute summon. So he's good just for getting out a piece of fodder. Summoning a Dia, special summoning him means you might have used up your normal summon, but you now have an additional tribute summon and 2 pieces of fodder, which is great. And also when he's in the graveyard, he's got a very similar effect to, say, Destiny Hero Malicious. You can banish him and special either Adia or Mithra back from your grave, and you can get Adia's effect off, or Mithra. And Mithra's like Eidos, she grants an additional tribute summon only when she's tributed instead of when she's summoned. And she can special summon herself from your hand by special summoning a token to your opponent's side of the field that has 800 attack, 1000 defense. Now that token doesn't really do much. Most of the time it'll clog their field, which is pretty good. And the good thing about running the Mithra over the 3rd Eidos is because she can't get Veiled. So they have to Veil the Monarch, but they can't do that if you have March on board. But yeah, I mean 2 hand traps, 1 Maxi, just for any deck really, just plus off this, bit of draw power, and 1 Veiler, because it's good, like you Veiler the Ignista, Veiler the Adia, Veiler the Ting, no, not really Veiling the Tin Can, but like Veiling a Slip Rider or something to protect your March or Domain. So yeah, that's it for the monster lineup. I do believe that is 19 monsters. It's a pretty solid monster lineup. I like just the main, my favourite 2 hand traps at 1, Veiler Maxi. It's really good. But onto the spell cards. Triple Pantheism, the main draw power of the deck, and also a bit of search power. The draw power effect can be used multiple times per turn. However, the search effect can only be used once per turn. but that's good. Otherwise, that'd be some really broken shit. Pantheism just fills up your grave and lets you draw into your cards. 3 Tenacities, just to get access to all of your other Monarch spells and traps, really. 3 Stormforth, absolutely broken. Allows you to tribute one of your opponent's monsters for a tribute zone. And the fact that it's a quick play spell means it combos really well with Ether in your hand and Escalation on the field. Just for attributing your opponent's monsters on their turn to summon a monster that's then going to destroy their cards. It's ridiculous. I only main the 1 domain, and that's just because any more than 1 is a bit bad. It's a dead draw, and I found Dark Hole and Twin Twisters to be much more effective. Even against the Pendulum matchup round 1, I still do quite well with 1 domain, so yeah. 1 March, just to protect my tribute summon monsters from being targeted and destroyed by like Raigekis or Dark Destroyers. And 1 Return, just to keep a steady flow of Monarchs to tribute summon, or even gain access to my Majesty's Fiend if I really want it. March, Domain, and Return are only necessary in 1s because they're accessible via Tenacity and Pantheism, so it's really easy to get access to them when you want them. 1 for 1, just to get access to a Dia quicker. A lot of people run Rota over 1 for 1, but I don't like that because I don't want to activate Rota, search out a Dia, normal summon her, and have her get Veiled. I'd rather 1 for 1. The cost of sending a monster from hand to grave isn't even that big. I can send a Rebus and just recycle him back, or I can send any other Monarch and recycle it back as long as I have a Rebus in my graveyard anyways. And it just means even if they Veil it out, I've got a piece of fodder and my normal summons still intact. So yeah. 1 Foolish, so many plays you can do with this. I'll just list like the basic, most commonly used one is Foolish, send a Rebus and a Rebus recycle back, but it's kind of like Pantheism or Prime, which is really good. The 1 Reasoning, limited now, but it's just good just to getting out that extra piece of fodder, maybe mill a Prime or a Pantheism, stock up your grave really. Dark Hole, it would be a Raigeki if I had it, but I don't, just a board clearer really. And a Twin Twisters, just to hit scales and hit back row really. And it also fills up the grave, similar to 1 for 1. So yeah. That's it for the spell cards. Damn it. Not very good at profiles, but well, Armanas is usually the cameraman, but I'm doing this one by myself. Be sure to check out the main channel anyways, 2.5 Duelists. We uploaded Dueling Network commentary, it was pretty funny. Onto the traps, 2 Prime Monarch. Usually have 1 on the field and 1 in the graveyard. The 1 on the field acts to recycle all your other Monarch spells and trap cards back to the deck and provide additional draw power. And then the 1 in the graveyard acts as a chump block or tribute fodder, really. 1 Escalation, just to allow you to tribute someone on your opponent's turn to disrupt their plays. 1 copy is all that's necessary because it's accessible via Tenacity and Pantheism. And then 1 Solemn Warning, just summoning negation really. I would run a Scolding if I had it, because Scolding is key, but I don't have a Scolding. I'm probably going to buy one tonight, actually. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. Onto the side deck. BLS for Fog King, really. Double Land Rogue for Fog King and Eturia Beast. Sometimes Giant Hand, sometimes Rafflesia. It depends. The 3rd Eidos, Mirror Match, really. Maxi for like Pendulums and Cosmos. Veiler for the Mirror Match. Battle Fader for Cosmos to stop those OTKs. Double Domain for Pendulum like PK Fire or Draco Mists. What's left of Draco Pals. Yeah. Frost Blast, I really want to try out this card. It's really good. I'm probably going to main it over Twin Twisters for a bit to see how it runs, but we'll see. 2nd Twin Twisters, just a Mask of Restrict. MST, I would run a 3rd Twin Twisters actually, but I'd only have 2, so MST, an MST takes over the 3rd Twin Twisters. The 3rd Prime for the Mirror Match, Breakthrough Skill for the Mirror Match, and a personal tech choice, Treacherous Trap Hole, because all the trap cards you run, apart from Solemn Warning, can either be removed from the grave by another card effect, or remove themselves from the grave. So it's quite easy to get this off, and it's a pretty key card. But yeah, that's it for the side deck as well. The side deck is really up to personal preference. I just found this to be the most effective side deck when it comes to my matchups. But yeah, I'm just going to let you guys look at these cards. Beautiful cards. Are they the right way around? It appears they are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, leave a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.